Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can Fly. Going to an air show on motorcycles. Let's get it!
Oh my God, Russ can fly!
All right, so this is gonna be a unique video from the standpoint that, yeah, I am basically going to the Atlantic City Air Show, and I can't think of a better way than to do it on motorcycles with some of my favorite people. And I will say that it is so good to be done with my instrument rating, because now I can get back to riding with some brothers that I haven't rode with for years. And you know, like I said, I had to make a sacrifice for a certain period of time to get that done. But now that it's done, now I get to combine the best of both of my favorite worlds, motorcycles and airplanes. So what I want to try to do is catch a little bit of the ride on the way down to Atlantic City. We're actually not too far from the Philadelphia International Airport, so definitely want to do that. And as you can see, here's some of the brothers that I'm going to be riding with in the different motorcycles. Everybody is riding cruisers now, and that's what's like so fun, because back in the day you would have seen a whole bunch of Kawasaki Ninjas and Honda Gixxers and Suzukis and all that kind of stuff. Now you see a bunch of Harleys, a Victory, Vulcans and all that kind of stuff, because you know we getting up there a little bit. So this is the meetup. I am so excited that I get to be part of the number. I have missed so many of these rides, so I'm going to bring you along with me, and we are going to have a good time, do a ride down to Atlantic City, down the AC Expressway, and go break bread, and then go to the air show. So let's get it. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, so everybody's getting ready to load up. We're getting ready to get on the road. The one thing that we always do before we ride is we've already prayed, you know, to make sure that we are protected. And so you see everybody putting on their stuff and getting ready to roll. And I tell you, these are some of the best days and some of the best people. And between motorcycle riders and pilots, I get to hang with some of the coolest kids. Anyway, let me get my stuff on so we can get on with the show. So there's gonna be a lot of voiceover on this ride, just because of the nature of how I need to film this. But you can see we're just waiting for some folks to get out of the parking lot. Inevitably somebody gets caught at a traffic light and you have to wait. But sometimes waiting is the part of the fun as well. Sometimes what happens when you have a bigger group, some people get left behind, and so you have to wait. And so one of the things we make sure, just like in a military situation, no man or woman gets left behind. So just waiting for some folks that got stuck at a light. So as we get underway, we're now going across the Girard Point Bridge over the Schuylkill River. And you can see on my left and right, you can see the city off in the distance here to my left. And this is just me enjoying the ride, and you can see some of the people behind me. This is the shipyard off to the side here. And you know, used to build ships and stuff like that. So I'm basically number 2 behind the lead. And after we've rounded this corner, you're beginning to see the stadiums. This is Lincoln Financial Field. You know, you see the what is that called? I can't even remember the name of the stadium anymore. It used to be called the Spectrum, but you know, you can see it's the whatever that center is, you can see. And then, yeah, so that's where the basketball games are played. You can see where the Philadelphia Eagles play. And I don't know why I'm filming myself again. I'm just tripping. Just actually showing some of the people behind me. But yeah, this is 95. We are going north. And as I flip the camera around, you can see the baseball field where the Phillies play their baseball games, and then of course the city skyline off in the distance there. Now we're now crossing over the Ben Franklin Bridge, which separates Pennsylvania from New Jersey. And you know, I remember the first couple times I drove over this bridge going into New Jersey. It was always so exciting, and it really still is. It's a beautiful, beautiful bridge to go over. You basically go over the Delaware River. and it really is quite beautiful. And now you can look down to the right and see all the shipping for the containers, because that is the mighty Delaware River. And yeah, like I said, it's beautiful. Now I couldn't film too good, but again, trying to catch the people behind me. But yeah, it was a lot of interesting riding for sure, trying to film and ride. Easier to fly in Charlie for sure. But I definitely just wanted to capture some of this footage of us going across the bridge, and now we are in New Jersey! Sometimes people ask me, what do I like better, riding motorcycles or flying airplanes? And the way I answer that question is this way: yes. If I have to be on land, this is the way I would love to travel. Of course, my preferred method is basically being in Charlie and being on the air, being in the air. But on land, this is just amazing as well. There's just something freeing about hearing the wind and seeing my brothers riding. And it's just me in Virginia, my 2015 Harley Road Glide. Definitely wonderful. So as we get closer to Atlantic City, believe it or not, from Philadelphia proper, it only takes about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending on traffic. And even though it's really close, it feels like you are away, like you're on vacation. And one of the things I want to do is you're going to see me sidestep, and all these people you see behind me, I'm going to show you each of the bikes as they pass me. So I'm going to sidestep here and let the bikes go past and just enjoy the parade of all of these fantastic motorcycles. So once everybody passed me, I took up the back position, and now you can see Atlantic City proper. We're coming on in. You can see the back bays. You can see some of the casinos. That off to the left there is Ocean's Casino. And yeah, so we're coming on in. And like I said, coming to Atlantic City, for many doesn't seem to be a big deal. Every time I go, it's just, I think it's just amazing. I think it's just so incredible that we have this natural resource right in our backyard. And that's the thing that I love about Philadelphia, is its proximity to so many great things that you can get to pretty quickly, including Atlantic City. So we're here in New Jersey. We're just getting ready to pull through this light. As you can see, we're kind of close to the Ocean's Casino. So the light's turning green, so I gotta put the camera down. But we're here. All right, as you can see, we have arrived. It was a nice, safe ride. It is fantastic. You can see it's a beautiful day. If I have to ever travel on the road, this is the way I like to do it. I don't care nothing about cars, nothing like that. You can keep it. Give me a good motorcycle and a good group of guys and a good group of motorcycles, and that is a fantastic day all day long. So we are about to get over to the restaurant, get some food. But as you can see, it was a spectacular ride. One of the things that I will say, if you are not a motorcycle rider and you have any interest in doing so, do it. Don't even hesitate. It is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, because it's just a fantastic way to travel. And if you can get yourself a good group of fellas to come ride with, that makes it all the much better. So we're gonna go break some bread, and once we eat, then it's gonna be time to go over to the air show. And I can't think of a better way to come to an air show and see airplanes, and you know that's my thing too. So anyway, I will sign off until we get to the restaurant, and we'll see what comes next. All right, stand by.
Watching them try to cram all these shit.
Whoever's not here,
I
whatever.
want to make sure y'all got chairs. Can you
Just wait a second.
Right?
We'll find out in a second.
Oh wow, Airshow.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost time.
It's almost time.
What's that, quarter to 12? Oh yeah, he's making the ghost.
Oh, that's the little ghost.
Take it off.
Yeah, we'll able to wipe it off.
Pigeon looking at you like this. Gotcha.
So what's really cool is, as we were sitting here about to have some food, there was some pre-air show stuff that was happening, and I'm not sure what the airplane was doing some of this, you know, basically painting in the sky. I think it was an RV, but I'm not sure. But whoever it was, I mean, his skills were amazing. And so that's why I thought I would include this little portion, because again, the air show hasn't really started, and we're not anywhere near the beach. We're just sitting at this restaurant, and literally I'm just watching this pilot do some pretty incredible stuff and thinking to myself, man, you know, yes, I just got my instrument rating and all that kind of stuff, and I'm feeling good about my capabilities. But then I see somebody do stuff like this, and I'm thinking, you're nothing but a rookie. Smile! And so after eating some really good food, you can see, again, Ocean's Casino right in front of me here. It was time to pull off and go to the beach itself, to the boardwalk, and go see the air show. Okay, so we're now walking on the boardwalk, and if you look behind me here, you have Ocean's Casino. And so this is considered the Atlantic City Boardwalk down here. And so what's really fun and fascinating is the air show is basically just right off the beach. And I think this is the best air show ever. Now, if you remember some videos ago, it was my first air show, and my first air show was here in Atlantic City. And I think this is just a really special air show, especially on a day like today when it's like so beautiful out and you're over the ocean. And I think you have this, I don't know if that's a P-51 Mustang or whatever, but you're like right here on the boardwalk watching these amazing acrobatic maneuvers. Just fantastic. One of the things that's really tripped out is I think about all the training it takes. You know, the more I get into aviation, the more I understand what it takes to be able to do that kind of flying. And I just have a tremendous amount of respect for folks who are able to do that kind of maneuvering in those airplanes. It is really, really fascinating. I think about doing steep bank turns and maybe catching a G or two, and how heavy I feel during that maneuver. Well, look at this maneuver. And just thinking and imagining what the G forces are in that kind of, you know, situation. So hats off to pilots who do just some amazing flying. Goodness gracious. He's like right over the ocean. So as you can see now, you see the ocean behind me, and you can just see people just kind of chilling out and just watching the air show. And so I don't know if there's other air shows on beaches around, but this to me is like the most amazing. You basically have the ocean as your soundtrack in the back, and then just airplanes just flying their way and he's just like strafing down the ocean. Just absolutely amazing. I have no idea what the heck that thing is. Wow. Damn. That's somebody else. So it's just a trip to see this F-22 getting ready to blast over the pier.
Parking without paying. Look, wait until the tail turn.
Look at that.
Left.
That is crazy. It's
Like the V2 power. Fuck the hotel. Everybody wake up. He ride past you. You like, oh, wait till you hit the down. But then he comes this
he chilling.
yellow bubbles and orange.
So you see how slow he's flying? I wouldn't be able to fly that slow. That is crazy. That is crazy.
I seen that on Facebook. He's like, I be laughing right now.
That's
It's
crazy.
like a helicopter.
Yeah. That's crazy. The thrust, yeah.
Can you imagine that? You open your hotel room
Yeah.
and see one sitting like this. And you can imagine the thrust it has because it's going to take off.
Yeah.
Oh, that low max.
Yeah.
We know you got them crowds in there.
Put your drawers on. All right, so that's the end of the ride and the end of the show. It's been a fantastic day. Just absolutely amazing. And I know this video was a little different, but like I said, one of the things I try to do is give you a view of all the aspects of how aviation touches my life and touches, you know, the life with my friends and other hobbies, including motorcycle riding and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thank you for all your support. So with that, Russ Kid, Russ Can Fly, I'm out. Peace.